Welcome to my channel. My name is Spectre, and today I'm reviewing the third installment of Logic's mixtape series, Bobby Tarantino. Before we get into the review, if you could like, comment, and subscribe with post notifications on, that would be appreciated. I am a Logic fan. He has a lot of amazing music, but he also has a lot of mid and bad music. I obviously like a lot of his earlier music like most Logic fans do. Young Broken Infamous, Young Sinatra Undeniable, Young Sinatra Welcome to Forever, Under Pressure, The Incredible True Story, Bobby Tarantino, Young Sinatra 4, and No Pressure are all projects from Logic that I like. But then on the flip side, projects such as Everybody, Bobby Tarantino 2, Supermarket, and Confessions of a Dangerous Mind all range from trash to almost good. The singles that Logic has been releasing for this mixtape have been whatever, to be honest. I want to like the music that Logic has been putting out and his future releases, but it's kind of hard when he puts out music that sounds like something he didn't care about when making it. It sounds like music that has just been released for the purposes of getting out of a contract. All of my criticisms aside, I'm hoping that this mixtape will be good because I want to enjoy another Logic project. The cover arts for the Bobby Tarantino mixtapes tell a story, which is a cool concept. In the cover art for Bobby Tarantino, Logic hasn't been to paradise yet, or he's going to paradise. In the cover art for Bobby Tarantino 2, Logic is leaving from paradise. And in the cover art for this project, Logic got into a car crash when leaving from paradise. His cover arts also have references from the previous cover art incorporated into the newer cover art. The shirt Logic is wearing is the same one from the Bobby Tarantino 1 and 2 cover art. The wrap around his hand is a destroyed version of the one that he had around his hand from the Bobby Tarantino 2 cover art. He also lost his pinky finger due to the car crash maybe, or got infected and needed to be cut off, who knows. The Machio book is under the remains of the car. On the tire it says Bobby Tarantino, and above that it says Ultra, which is likely a reference to Logic's unreleased and maybe scrapped project, Ultra 85. I couldn't find any more Easter eggs within the cover art because when you zoom in too much it gets blurry and it's harder to tell what is what, but yeah. The way this track is titled was weird. The beat is nice, it is a vibey beat. I don't have much to say about this track since it was just an ad-lib track more or less, and right before Logic is supposed to rap, it gets cut off. This is the second single that Logic released this year. The beat gives me a similar vibe to Super Mario World from the original Bobby Tarantino mixtape because they both have upbeat trap production. The hook on this song is catchy, but Logic sounds nasally, if that makes sense. It reminds me of the way that Rice Gum sounds when he raps. Never thought I would end up comparing Logic to Rice Gum, but here we are. Logic's verse is a short 4-bar verse, but the flow is nice. He isn't saying anything within his verse, but I don't expect Logic to be lyrical on this project since it's a Bobby Tarantino mixtape, not a lyrical album. The second verse is worse than the first verse, and it is also a short 4-bar verse. At the end of Logic's verse, he says, "Ready to fuck up the game, BT3, now we back at it again, man." Logic was teasing the release of Bobby Tarantino 3, the project that I'm reviewing right now, with that lyric. Logic's third and final verse was easily the best verse. The flow and the rhyme scheme that he uses are nice. The bars, when they talking shit, I just blow it off. When they talking that shit, I just show them love. Cause when I speak, they gotta look above, was nice. Logic is saying that instead of responding to hate, he just ignores it, and that every time he does speak, the people hating on him have to look up at him because he is more successful than them, and they're also jealous of Logic and could be fans of Logic. This song isn't that bad, but nothing really stands out to me. The only thing that did stand out to me was the line about Bobby Tarantino 3. Other than that one line, this song is just alright. The beat for Get Up reminds me of the beat that was used for Vaccine. They both have that similar upbeat trap sound. The only difference between this beat and the previous beat is that this one has a guitar in it. The guitar low-key sounds out of place against this beat. If the beats on this mixtape all end up sounding the same, it will bring my overall enjoyment of the project down. Logic is using "Aw yeah" as a clutch for when he doesn't have anything to say. His singing sounds nice, but still, the hook is just boring and repetitive. Logic's first verse is whatever. During his first verse, Logic channels his inner Dominic Toretto and starts singing about his family. The flow on Logic's second verse is nice, but the verse is nothing new. Logic uses the dream rhyme scheme, which is something that he defaults to a lot. If you are someone who has been a Logic fan for a while, you will understand that this verse is just a basic Logic verse at this point in his career. For me, this song is just mid. Like the previous track, nothing stands out. This song doesn't hold my attention. Also, why would I listen to this Logic song about this specific topic when I can go back in his catalog of music and find a song with the exact same topic that is much better? This single is the worst one that was released so far. Before I get into the music, I just want to talk about the cover art for this single. The cover art has a lot of references to Logic, his music, and his life. The Rat Pack logo, a drawing of Rick from Rick and Morty saying his catchphrase, the robot on the Everybody album cover, a Bobby Tarantino 3 hat, the area code for Maryland, Logic's Rubik's Cube, a smiley face for positivity from Logic's motto, writing that says which way, that is right above the text that says my way, the Coliseum from the Everybody cover art, a phone with the writing that says call me, which is the next track from this mixtape, a star, which could be referencing the Logic song City of Stars, or it's just saying that Logic is a star, a katana from the Bobby Tarantino 2 cover art, money because Logic is rich, writing of Logic's main producer 6, a needle with the text vaccine next to it, which is a reference to Logic's single Vaccine, a drawing of the Bobby Boy logo shouting 3, and lastly the writing Lil Bobby, which is what Logic refers to himself on some songs, but also Lil Bobby's a reference to Logic's son named Bobby. My Way is a similar beat to Vaccine and Get Up. Logic, for the love of God, please switch up the production. The beat sounds nice, but it sounds the exact same as the previous 2 tracks. The drums and kicks are nice, I won't lie. I'm not sure how I feel about Logic's singing. It's low-key catchy, but I feel like I need more listens to the song to know how I feel about his singing overall. Logic has another short verse, and the auto-tune on it sounds weird at certain parts. Oh yeah, also, Logic channels his inner Dominic Toretto and mentions his family again. Logic's second verse is also a short verse. I want longer Logic verses. It seems like every album I've reacted to lately has very short verses from the artist. Logic says on the dance floor bumping Jay-Z. Who is bumping Jay-Z in a club? I know that Jay-Z has good music, but let's be honest. His music is not what you play in a club. When I go to a club, I plan on getting drunk and not remembering the night. I don't plan on doing my taxes while thinking about life. Well, just like the last 2 tracks, this song is boring. Nothing intrigues me or catches my attention. It's having the same issue that Confessions of a Dangerous Mind did. If this ends up like Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, I'm going to end up hating this project. Once again, before I get into the music, I want to dissect the cover art for this single. This cover art has a bunch of references to the cover art for this mixtape. So there's a bunch of advertisements scattered across the cover as if it were a newspaper. The advertisement on the top left says Lost Appendages, and in the cover art for this mixtape, Logic's missing his pinky finger. Below the stuff about Lost Appendages, it also references Planet Paradise, which is where Logic was leaving from in the cover art. The top advertisement says Meet Your Maker because Logic is in a car crash and could have died. The advertisement in the middle has a big phone and the song title, but below the phone it says 301-56442. 301 is the area code for Maryland and 56442 is Logic's name spelled out on a phone. In the border of this ad it has lyrics from the song. On the right of the middle advertisement, that advertisement says hurt in a car accident with the back of Logic's car after he was in the accident. On the left of the middle advertisement, that advertisement says living dead because Logic is dead but alive. It also says supermarket, which is a reference to the project called Supermarket, but the super part is cut off. And at the bottom it references Corona, which could be reference to the Logic song Vaccine, but also coronavirus. And lastly, at the bottom ad it says the original Paradise Pizza, which is another reference to Planet Paradise. I'll get into the music now. The beat is nice. It reminds me of the beat from the intro track. I also get Drake vibes from this beat. I could see Drake rapping over this. The chorus on the song is catchy. On this chorus, Logic says 56442, hit me up, which like I already said, is his name spelled out on a phone. I actually have an idea for everyone watching this. I want everyone to go on their phone and find their number pad, then spell their name or YouTube name or whatever you want really, and leave a comment saying that name in its numerical form, and if you do it, I'll heart your comment. This is the best verse on the mixtape so far. It's not too short and it's not too long. The lyrical content is nothing new, but I still like the meaning behind the verse. After the final chorus, Logic starts saying call me in a really high-pitched voice and it doesn't sound good. It low-key reminds me of the way Michael Jackson sounds. I think instead of having that part and the empty beat space, there could have been a second verse in their place. The song isn't bad. It's my favorite one so far. I just wish there wasn't empty beat space. I'm not sure what the main instrument of the beat is, but I like it. It might be a flute, but I'm pretty sure it's not a flute. The song switches things up and starts off with the verse. It is a really good verse. Throughout the verse, Logic talks about his depression, his anxiety, feeling stressed, carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, being scared of losing his status as a public figure, being scared of losing his money, fearing death, but in the end, Logic is saying that he will face all of his fears and deal with depression, anxiety, and stress, etc. Logic and Cynthia Erivo start singing a hook, and then it switches to only Cynthia singing, and her hook is nice. At the end of the song, Thalia randomly says hip-hop. Now this is my favorite song. It has been the best verse from the project so far, but once again, it would have been nice to have a second verse from Logic. 6 made a good beat. The hook is catchy and Logic's slow rapping flow and delivery is nice. The background vocals of Logic singing also sounds nice. In the hook, Logic says no title. I don't know what to call this. Instead of titling the song Flawless, it should have just been blank characters. The flow Logic uses in his first verse is nice. I don't really have much to say about this verse. It's just a basic Bobby Tarantino verse. It's more or less the same with the second verse. All I can really say about it was the transition between the end of the verse into the hook is nice. Right now, I'm at a point in the mixtape where nothing is keeping me drawn into the music. It's not bad music, it's just not catching my attention. While this title is accurate, this is a stupid skit. Titling it Cringe Skit would also be an accurate title. I would have liked to hear Logic spit a verse over this beat, but instead we have him acting out this cringe skit. This is a waste of a beat. The skit also makes no sense being on this mixtape. It doesn't fit in at all. Someone explain to me how this correlates at all to any of the music that we have heard so far. I get that this is Logic trying to have fun, but he could have at least made it make sense with the mixtape. This song is strictly a bar song, which I like. This is the 44 bars of the album, if that makes any sense. The beat for the song is vibey. The beat kind of reminds me of something that would have been on No Pressure. Logic has a bunch of nice wordplay and his flow is good. Logic says, I grew up on Biggie and Jizza, but Roddy was bumping that Future and Thug. Give a fuck how you came up. I run up like 10 out of 10 just to show you some love. Man, as long as you're rapping and killing shit. I like these bars. It's Logic showing love to that new generation of rappers. This is Logic showing that he's one of those rappers that hates that new sound just to hate it. And he's one of those rappers who completely trash on new rappers just because they don't rap over boom bap beats. Logic says, at the crib watching Bebop, and that just reminded me that I still need to watch Cowboy Bebop. And the last bar of the track is no ceilings like Lil Wayne in '09, bitch I'm ruthless. This wordplay stood out to me. It's not crazy wordplay, but it's nice wordplay. In 2009, Lil Wayne released No Ceilings and Ruthless because no ceilings. I know that this isn't crazy wordplay, but it still sounds nice. This is the best song so far. It is a nice beat, nice wordplay, no filler lyrics, and it kept me intrigued throughout the entire listen. If this song came off of No Pressure, I wouldn't be surprised because it sounds like something that would fit in with that project. It's not a bad thing, by the way, it's just something that I noticed. When I first heard this beat, I instantly got College Dropout era Kanye West vibes, which is ironic because Logic references the College Dropout on the intro of this song. The soul sample is amazing. Soul samples with trap beats always sound good. Logic is spitting on this song. It only has bars. There are so many bars and one-liners. All of the flows on the song are smooth and so are the vocal cadences. My favorite bars from the song are roll my weed on the dash, you can call me Rolls Royce. I just fucked around and dropped M's on the crib. Okay, Shawty said she want it. Said she knows she need it. Never put my hands on her, you know I beat it like Mike, beat it up like Michael. I can't throw these girls away, that boy Logic recycle. Open up the Rolodex, I'm going through a cycle. And POP this double BY. It seems like every song so far has been better than the last one. Hopefully that continues to happen because this album is on a good streak so far. The title for this song is a reference to the song from the anime Cowboy Bebop. If you didn't know, Logic is a big fan of Cowboy Bebop. This song is the first one to have a fully fledged trap beat so far. Every other song has had elements of a trap beat, but none of them have been like this. This beat is hard. Logic was flowing on this song. His flow is amazing. Logic always has a good flow, to be honest. The first verse was hard. He has a bunch of nice one-liners, such as watch me throw in a fit and get lit like I'm Evil Knievel and RATT, I'll put nothing rising above like that thing in the glove. Logic says, just me and my people, we call this a sequel to Under Pressure. I can guarantee that this is not a sequel to Under Pressure. The closest thing we've had to Under Pressure was No Pressure. Logic, stop calling your projects the next Under Pressure because Confessions of a Dangerous Mind is an example of what happens when we try to meet those standards. Logic also says, when you grow up in a hood without a male role model and your mama turned to the bottle, give a damn about status, who the baddest, I just want to be the raddest dad as I can be. This isn't anything new lyrically, but it's nice to hear that he will be a good father. Throughout the song, Logic has a bunch of nice flows, rhyme schemes, one-liners, and deliveries. Logic says, growing up how I grew up, I never really had a choice. Had killers and murderers in my home and they was all my boys. But deep down I always knew better, knew the shit I need to avoid. This is him saying he grew up in the hood with killers and he just never wanted to get involved in that life. He put his time into rapping, which is something everybody should do. Not rap in particular, but I mean put your focus into something that you enjoy. In the middle of the song, the beat switches to a boom bap style beat and Logic starts rapping about his thoughts, feelings, talking to a therapist, and his family. I got soul like Parrish, yeah from Tokyo to Paris is a nice line. My only criticism is the outro of this song. It would have been cool to hear Logic rap what he was saying instead of just talk about it. Overall, this is an amazing song, and now this one is my favorite song. The next song is the last one, so hopefully that is a strong closer. This album is 3 for 3 right now, so hopefully it becomes 4 for 4. This song is another song with just a verse. That has happened a lot on this project, but the verses are good so it doesn't bother me. Logic admits that he was consumed by the mainstream on this song. This could be the reason why Confessions of a Dangerous Mind was so underwhelming and why it didn't meet anybody's expectations. Yeah, you know we bring in the heat like AU was a nice line. AU is the alpha code for Australia. Logic summons his Dominic Toretto for a 3rd time on this project. He says, me and my family rolling deep like Gotti, word to John, oh you know we got it going on. Logic says, why my homie smoking more grass than acres on my lawn? That is a lot of weed, just saying, because Logic's house is like 7,000 acres. And not much else to say about this song. It was a good song overall, and it's a good ending to the project. Let me know in the comment section below how you felt about Bobby Tarantino 3, if you listened to it. How do you rate it out of all 3 Bobby Tarantino mixtapes? My favorite tracks are Inside, Theme for the People, God Might Judge, See You Space Cowboy, and Untitled. My least favorite tracks are Vaccine, Get Up, My Way, and Flawless. Logic has a lot of short verses, which is whatever. A lot of the songs fail to catch my attention, but when they do, they fail to keep it. The last 4 tracks were all good songs. That was a good 4-track run. Overall, I rate this project like a 6 out of 10. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy this video, you should like, comment, and subscribe with post notifications on. And if you didn't enjoy this video, you should still do those things. If you want to get to know more about me, follow all of my social medias and join my Discord server, all of which are in the description below. I appreciate you all and hope you have an amazing day. My name is Spectre. Peace out.